Hello and welcome to the Ask Arlene show. I'm so excited to be with you today. Today we're talking about the 5 secrets that you can use to gain attraction to whatever it is that you are seeking. Yes, is it possible to have whatever you want in 5 simple steps plus a bonus? Yes. First of all, I want to let you know that the first of all the secrets in terms of the law of attraction is to decide. Decide what it is that you want. Did you know that 67% of the people between the ages of 25 and 33, they have no clue as to what it is that they want. So they can't possibly achieve it because they haven't decided what it is that they want. So today I'm going to tell you, not only do you not have to work really hard and push the boulder up the hill, but you can get what you want simply by attraction. And I'm going to tell you how after this quick note. Hello and welcome back. Okay, what if you could have whatever you want without having to chase it? Is that possible? Yes. The secret number one is the law of assumption. The secret is to assume whatever it is that you so desire. So this week I was watching a show. It's called The Billions. And I was struck. I started a conversation, and the conversation went something like this. For those of you who watch the show Billions, there is a scene where the billionaire, with a B, not millionaire, but the billionaire is being sued by the district attorney. Kind of like our life today, where in the New York City, the district attorney is suing the billionaire. I mean, that's billionaire, and it's debatable because it's Donald Trump. So we're not really sure if he's a billionaire or a millionaire or if he doesn't really have any funds at all. But the point is, just like in life, that's exactly what's happening in the television show. And I was identifying with the person who was the lady of color who worked for the district attorney, and also in line with the conversation that they were having. And then there was the billionaire who I did not identify with. But then it was brought to my attention by my relative, like, hey, why don't you identify with the billionaire? Why do you identify only with the person who's the staffer working for the district attorney's office? Can we use the law of assumption to step into the position that we truly want? Well, that's the secret, guys, in terms of the law of assumption, to assume that you already have whatever it is that you're looking for. So you're not pushing the boulder up the hill. You're not trying to chase that thing. And it's just like in a relationship. In a relationship, sometimes people are running after that person that they truly want to be with, or that person that they truly want to be in a relationship with. But the secret is, whatever you're chasing after is actually running from you, as opposed to whatever you step into and you assume that it is yours, then you're going to begin operating as if it is already yours. That is the secret. If you treat people as if you are the servant and they are the star, you are the groupie and they are the star, then that's not assuming the position. The secret is to actually just step into the position. In the book, which is right over here, 10 Secrets to Overcoming Fear and Getting Unstuck, the secret number one in the book is actually the secret of clarity. And so the law of assumption is in line with that secret of clarity. Knowing what you want, knowing where you want to go. For those of you who used to watch my shows, I used to always say, you can go where you want to go. You can do what you want to do. And you can be who you want to be in the world. But the secret is to know exactly what that is. And most of us don't know what that is. So now, you're moving forward and you're deciding what it is that you want, okay? Now, while I'm talking, if you have not yet decided, use an example of something that you think it is. So you may not know exactly what you're supposed to do in the world, but use something. Don't use this time to waste it. Don't be on your cell phone while you're listening to me. Don't do other things while you're listening to me. Just stop and listen. Take a minute, please. Okay? Take a minute. We'll only be on for 29 seconds, for 2 minutes. Assume what it is that you want to move forward. Step into it and begin to operate as best you can in the way that the person who is in that capacity is operating. So if it's, I want to be a billion dollar entrepreneur, operate like it. If it's, I want to be the president of the company working in CBS, NBC, or any of those television stations, operate in it. If it's, I want to be a lead political person, operate as if you're in that capacity. All right? Law of assumption. You're going to utilize secret number 2 in the book under this same topic of law of assumption, which is the secret of visualization. You're going to visualize yourself in that position. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth, relax. And visualize yourself in that capacity. What does a person in that capacity do? How do they function? How do they conduct themselves? What do they eat? What do they drink? Operate in that capacity and assume that you're already there. So some people will say, and I can hear you guys, you're like, but Arlene, I can't do that because I don't have $1 million. So I can't really go to the country club and pretend like I'm in that capacity, or I don't really have that relationship yet. So I can't truly act. But guess what? There are things that we can do right now to operate in that capacity that don't require the funds. For me, one of the secrets that I have always coveted is that when I arrive, I'm going to be in that capacity where I have breakfast brought to me, I have my croissant, I have my fruit, and I enjoy it on the balcony. Well, guess what, guys? Last week, I was actually in California in a hotel with a balcony. I had my breakfast already served and prepared, the croissant, and I went out onto the balcony and I sat and I had my breakfast as if I was already operating that capacity. Okay, so we can find things that we can do today that help us to operate in the capacity as if we're already there. Okay, secret number 2. As far as the law of assumption, there's more to it, and I'd love to talk with you more about it, but I want to get to all of the secrets. Second secret is the law of attraction. Now, everybody talks about the law of attraction. One of the key secrets that people always talk about the law of attraction is we have to feel it. We have to feel the emotion. So yes, we're deciding what we want. We are visualizing what we want. We're assuming what we want. But now the law of attraction. We have to feel the joy as if we have already assumed, as if we have already attracted that particular thing. Right? Feel the joy, feel the peace, feel the emotion. What color was it? What was the day like? Was it cold? Was it hot? Who was with you? Just begin to put yourself in that position, and you're more likely to attract that thing that you truly want. So, quick story. My attorney always said to me, be careful, because 9 times out of 10, whatever relationship that you had in the past, you're going to attract the same type of person in the future. Why is that? Because we are the same person. The only way that we can begin to attract something new and attract something different is to actually change. Yeah, we have to change. We have to do something different in order to get a different result. So it may be going out and exercising. It may just be driving a different route home from work today. It may be disrupting the soil of what it is that you're doing and making a change and making a shift so that you can begin to attract the thing that you truly want. And another secret with the law of attraction is that we attract what we become. We attract who we are. So if something that you want is to become that thing, okay? If you want to have a great relationship, become a person who would attract someone else who is a great person and who would be conducive to having a great relationship, okay? We've got to do something different other than what we've already done in the past. And is it that simple? Is it as simple as driving a different route? Is it as simple as eating something different, going to lunch with different people? Absolutely, absolutely. So focus on your value. Begin to focus on your value. Take an inventory of what you have now and what the tools and tips and techniques are that you have used in the past that you can share with others. Begin to look at why you're valuable and how you're valuable so that you can begin to find out what it is that's lacking between you and attracting the thing that you truly want. Okay? And take a deep breath when you do this and begin by just looking at what you have now and why you're valuable now. Another thing is that people feel your energy. Okay? People feel your energy. So, what are you giving off? And if you don't know, ask a friend. Say, when you're around me, what kind of energy do I give off? Do I give off needy energy? Do I give off energy that says I'm already fulfilled and I'm already there and I have assumed the goals and the dreams? Or do I give off energy that says I'm lacking and I want and I need more money, I need a better job, I need that better girlfriend, I need a better boyfriend, I need that promotion? Or are you giving off the energy that says, yeah, I'm there, I've arrived, I can do this, I can attract the best too because I am the best? Okay. Secret number 3 is the law of acknowledgement. This is huge, guys. And I know I'm going fast, but this is huge. What you acknowledge and whom you acknowledge will reflect what you get back. Okay. So when I wanted to do politics, did I go to the event where the President Barack Obama was in existence? Yes. Did I act like a fan? Yes. Did I talk him up? Yes. Was my conversation conducive to highlighting the person or the people that I thought were going to be in line with what I truly wanted? Yes. So I'm going to give you a quick example. So many people say they would like wealth, but then they'll watch television and they'll watch someone who is wealthy and then they will say negative things about them. Okay? If you see somebody who is doing what it is that you would like to do, the secret in terms of the law of attraction is to acknowledge it. The secret is to be content with you, who you are, knowing who you are, and also acknowledging what the other person has that you find beautiful or enjoyable or conducive. So when I walk and I go throughout the streets and I see people, I see a beautiful woman, I'll say, wow, you're beautiful. Or I'll say, oh, I love your dress if I love her dress. Or if it's somebody that is doing something phenomenal, I open my mouth and I say it. And people say to me, people who are around me, they say, wow, Arlene, people just come up to you and tell you that you're beautiful. Well, you know what? I tell other people that they're beautiful. What I give off is what comes back to me. I'm constantly telling people that. So when they tell me, it's really just a reflection of what I'm giving out. So if I'm sitting here and I'm bad mouthing the people who are doing well and who are successful, or there's a saying, filthy rich, then how am I attracting that to me? How am I causing that to be a conducive place where wealth and beauty are going to live? It probably won't, or it will be very hard and challenging. So I just want us to evaluate what's coming out of our mouths. What are we saying? Who are we being right now in terms of what it is that we want to attract? And begin this secret of acknowledgement. If you haven't been acknowledging people and acknowledging their beauty or acknowledging their wealth or acknowledging whatever it is in them that you want into your life, begin doing that today. And I know that we are going to be taking a break shortly, but I really want you to get that secret acknowledgement. And a lot of people miss it. Simple, it's easy to do, but it's also easy not to do. And like I said, whatever you're a fan of, be a raving fan. First of all, be a raving fan of yourself. Like so many people are cheering for Beyonce, and we're cheering for Jay-Z, and we're cheering for all the other people out there. Begin to cheer for ourselves. There's a wonderful singer. Her name is The Empress. And for those of you who've been watching a while, you remember. But for those of you that don't know, she wrote a song. And we usually play it at the end, listen to the words at the end. But I take that as my theme song. Why not? We should all have our own theme song. We are stepping in to our greatness. We are stepping into the true fulfillment of what we've been called to on this earth. Everybody here is here for a reason, a purpose, a plan. And so if you haven't yet determined what that is, begin. Okay? Determine what it is. I give you tonight to think it over. Okay? But make sure that you determine what that something is. And the fourth thing, before we go to break, and I'm looking to my team to tell me if it's time for the break yet, is persistence. Persistence. Guys, this one is easy to do, but it's also easy not to do. How many people do you know that have been on the journey, that have been doing a great job? They started out with the Lamborghini on Monday, and on Tuesday they were riding and they were driving and they were doing well. And by Wednesday or Thursday, they had to turn in that Lamborghini and give it back. okay, because they were not doing well. The secret is to not give up. So I was doing a program, and there's a proverb that says the darkest part of the night is just before the dawn. Guys, whenever you're going and endeavoring to do something new that you haven't done before, the amygdala in your brain is going to tell you to not do it because your brain is protecting you. Your brain doesn't want you to do anything that's different or scary. Okay, because way back in the generations past, when we were just forming, we had to go and hunt for food. And when there was fear, we had to be notified so that we could run away. And so that's why we have this fight or flight mentality. Okay, but the idea is that we are going to override that and we are going to step into a new area, okay, and push into that new area. And so, how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to decide. Just decide, Arlene, just decide that we're not going to stop, that we're not going to give up. Persistence is just that, deciding that no matter what, we're not going to give up until we achieve the goal, until we achieve what it is that we're trying to, or endeavoring, I don't like that word try, whatever it is that we're endeavoring to achieve. So there are several times in my life, several stories that I would love to share with you guys about how the odds were against me and I didn't know how to achieve the goal. But I stepped into a belief that I was able to achieve the goal and was able to persist, and eventually I achieved it. And right now I'm on this journey in terms of my business. So I'm on the journey with you. So I've achieved writing a book. See, there's the book. I've achieved several degrees. I've achieved a business. I've achieved all these different things, but I'm still on the journey just along with you guys in terms of achieving that next level. And so I have to persist. So sometimes I go to my channel and I see the numbers and I'm like, oh, I'm so discouraged because I haven't achieved the numbers that I truly want to achieve yet. Do I stop? No, I keep going. I keep going. And some days I'm up and some days I'm down. But the idea is that I have a vision that I would like to touch 1 million people before I leave this earth. So my mom passed away. For those of you that have been watching for a while, my mom passed away several years ago and I was devastated because my grandmother was 106. And my mom was only 80, and all the people in my family, for those of you who are family that are watching, you know, we all lived to ripe old ages of 99 and 100 and over. So when my mom got sick and passed away within a couple of months, I was devastated. And I had to persist. And one of the things that I decided was I looked at her life and I saw how she had accomplished so many things in her life. She touched so many people. And one of the main things that I had decided as a result of that is that I want to be able to touch people, touch, move, and inspire others as well, just as she did. And I need to be able to do that with 1 million people on this journey before I close out. Okay, because we're all going to check out. As she would say, none of us is getting out of here alone. None of us is getting out of here alive. Not alone, but alive. And so it makes sense for us to get on the journey. And so what do we have to do? Persist until we accomplish the goal. So know what the goal is, but persist until we accomplish it. And sometimes many of us are not moving forward in that goal because we're not sure how. Okay, but the secret is, as I have learned through my journey, go forward, even though we don't know how. And as we're moving forward, people are coming to us, which leads me to the next secret about how to gain the things that we want. And this one is a real key secret, and it's right in line with what I was talking about, but I'm going to go to break really fast, and then we're going to come back, and I'm going to give you that 7th secret. Okay, we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Arlene, host of the television talk show Ask Arlene, which airs on Thursdays at 6:30. And as a business consultant and life coach, I help you to move forward in your business, project, or endeavor. So if you always wanted to write a book, but you just haven't seemed to get started, or you always wanted to 10x that business that you already have, expand it to the next level, you know exactly what you need to do, but you just haven't done it? Well, I've already purchased all the courses, read all the books, the Tony Robbins, all sorts. I have several degrees, including a master's degree and credits toward a doctorate. I've sat with and met celebrities and done the networking. And what I've realized is what I really needed was a mastermind group of people working toward my project, my business, or my endeavor. So what I've done is met with coaches and met with experts and put them together to work on your project. So join us today for for our mastermind networking group. I'll see you there. Click the link below and join us.
Hey, welcome back. So the next secret that I wanted to talk about, which was in line with what I was discussing, is the law of association. In terms of the law of attraction, whatever we're giving out is what we're attracting, but also whatever we're around is what we become. Guys, what are we around? Who are our friends? Who are our most close associates? Remember that we're going to earn within $5,000 of the people that we spend most of our time with. So the law of association says, let us be around the people that are reflecting the goals that we have, that are reflecting the generosity that we want, that are reflecting the income that we want, that are reflecting the mindset that we want. Okay? We are operating, and I know that because you're listening to this program. If you weren't operating at, on 10, you probably wouldn't even be listening to this, okay? Because you can turn this off and watch something else. But I'm going to assume that the fact that you're listening to this means that you're operating on 10. You have a bucket, right? You have a big bucket mentality. And if you're hanging out with people that are cup mentality, then that's not going to be conducive to you achieving the goal and the dream and the vision that you truly have. Okay, and remember in the book right here, we talk about exactly how many sperm had to compete in order for you to be here today, okay? How many millions? And I don't remember the number, but you'll get the book and you'll be able to see in there because I actually outline it. But the law of association. So sometimes there are people who are achieving great things, but we don't know them, but we would like to know them. Get their books. We're right here. 10 Secrets to Overcoming Fear, Getting Unstuck, Living Your Best Life. That's how you can determine what's going on in my thought process. Get the book, okay? Start watching the videos that person has put out. Oh, and this is another key secret, guys. Have a spiritual practice. And I didn't say be spiritual. I didn't say be a Christian. I said have a spiritual practice. Whatever you work it, okay? It will work, but you got to work something. Okay, you gotta work something. There's so many people who say, oh, well, I'm a Christian, I'm a this, I'm a that, but they don't work it. In terms of the law of attraction, in terms of your law of association, one of the key secrets is that what you're around is what you become. So begin to have a spiritual practice where you are seeing yourself in the capacity that you want. So not the way that you are today, but the way that you truly endeavor to be. And if you're already there, you've already achieved every goal, every dream, every vision that you have, then get another one, okay? Because we want to be able to move forward. And if you're still here, then that means that you still have time to work on things. And it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how young you are. It means that you still have time. So let's begin to become the best version of ourselves. And one of the key secrets is law of association. Oh, and in terms of the law of association, guys, go to any church right now, pick a building, look at the pastor, and I promise you that the congregation, 9 times out of 10, will reflect the people that are the pastor, right? The people will reflect the pastor. So if you want to be a certain type of person, go ahead and begin associating with those types of people. And many people will say, well, I don't want to spend time with snooty, wealthy people. I want to spend time with my own. But if that's a goal that you have to be more wealthy or to be more poised or to be more whatever it is that you want, then chances are it's going to be uncomfortable for you. Should we be uncomfortable? Should we ignore the amygdala in the back of our minds that are telling us we should never be uncomfortable? Yes, absolutely. Yes. If we're uncomfortable, it probably means that we're doing something that we haven't done before, that we're moving into a space that we haven't been in before. And that's one of the key secrets. We've got to associate with those that probably we haven't associated with. I heard Miles Monroe, who's a great orator and great leader, and he specializes in leadership. And I heard him say, from a spiritual perspective, he said, there's a proverb and it says, the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. Okay, so there are people out there that are wealthy, but they're wicked. So why is it that the wealthy have wicked? Well, you'll have to consult with, whoever you believe in, God or the universe. I wasn't really in on that part. But as far as the proverb that says, they have it, and it's supposedly laid up for the righteous, then the idea that he was putting out there is that we would have to go and associate with those people in order to get it. We'd have to find out what it is that they know in order for us to get what's truly ours. And I believe that that's in line with exactly what I talk about in the book, in terms of this law of association. I'm using a different name. In the book, I'm using a different name, but it's the same concept, that who we are around is what we become. And yes, we love those people. We love our friends because we feel comfortable. We enjoy being around them. And I'm not saying get rid of them, but I'm saying if you expect a different result, we have to do something different, which means we've got to get around some other people. And it may not be the very people that we like. It may be people that are doing things other than what we're doing. And we're looking at them and we're seeing that we're saying, well, I don't like the things that they're doing. Who do they think they are? But remember that whenever you step out and you're doing something different, your friend group is also going to look at you and say, who do you think you are? Why are you leaving the group? Why are you leaving the pack? So the secret is to find a new tribe. Find a new tribe that stretches you and causes you to grow and expand, okay? And if you're not a part of our mastermind group, join our mastermind group, okay? And let's talk and let's commune and let's converse and see what's needed in order for you to go to that next level. Okay, because it takes a village. Sometimes you're doing 90% right, and it's just that one little 10%, and you need that coach to come alongside you and associate with you so that you can begin to get that little 10% together and move forward. All right, so the next secret, and we're about to close out. We just have a couple more minutes, and I'm going to ask the team to put it down right there. The next secret that we have is the law of contamination. Ooh, okay, so I was kind of already talking about contamination. But when I talk about the little boxes, people who are going to come alongside you now once you step out and you're getting up early in the morning, now you're watching certain progressive and productive programs that reflect what you want to be. You're going to the places that you didn't go to before. Now, instead of just going to have a good time or the party on Friday night, now you're going to networking events. Now you're joining the mastermind group. Now you're listening to content that is going to expand you and grow you. Well, the little foxes are going to come in and say, well, what are you doing that for? Come on, Angel, hang out with us. Come on, William, you don't have to do all of that. It doesn't take all of that, right? Well, that's the law of contamination. So there's this concept where if you have a vase, let's say a vase of water, and I would love to have the sample with me. Maybe we'll be able to have the team put in some photographs, but basically you have a water and the water is clear. If you put something in the water that's of color, it is going to change the entire color of the water, even though it's just a little bit and there's a whole lot of water in the vase, okay? But that's called contamination. So that is why secret number 5, which was the association, is so important. Because if we're associating with the people that are not in line with where we want to go or who we want to be or what we want to do in the world, they're going to contaminate our minds. Okay, they're going to contaminate us. And so the last thing is wisdom. Be wise. Operate with wisdom. I love you guys, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Thank you, Angel. Thank you for the team, and thank you guys for watching. And all the information about how you can contact me will be in the credits. Bye-bye.
Name some things I'll be without you, good. Stop the growth, I bet you think you could. Said you gon' leave me, man, I wish you would. Yeah, I'm different, so I'm misunderstood. So I'ma bet you think you could. Said you gon' leave me, man, I wish you would. Yeah, I'm different, so I'm misunderstood. So I'ma always be good. Said I'ma always